Caw. You can sit. Thank you, Mr. McGraw and the ACE Band. Those seniors, if you have not already participating in the Honor Guard for ACE, please take your places. Good evening, graduates, families, friends, staff, loved ones. I'm Scott Bates, and for the past 3 years, I've had the honor and privilege of being principal of the Academy of Careers and Exploration. I am especially thrilled to welcome you all here tonight as we gather to celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of 2025. To begin our evening, please rise for the presentation of the colors, followed by the national anthem. None. One. Please hold as we also have a singing rendition by Miss Stella Chavez of the national anthem as well.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I apologize. We killed our traditions and our national anthem very serious here. Would you please remain standing for the changing of our honor guard? Thank you. Thank you once again, Mr. McGraw, Ace Band, Mr. Dickinson, the Honor Guard, and Miss Stella Chavez. You may now be seated. There's going to be a little more standing, not for everybody. From kindergarten to 12th grade, tonight marks the culmination of 13 years of growth and forward movement from you guys. At some points in your journey, you may have felt alone, but I hope that you can look around this auditorium and see for yourself that you've never been alone. Parents, faculty, staff, friends, community members have all played pivotal roles in guiding how you've shaped your life up to this moment. I do want to take a moment for us all to recognize those roles. First, I would like to invite our Board of Trustees for the Hellendale School District to please stand. Thank you for your service and commitment to our students. Please remain standing. With the staff of the Academy of Careers and Exploration and Riverview Middle School, please stand. Your efforts have created powerful moments that have shaped these students' lives. With the staff of the Hellendale School District Office, Hellendale Elementary School, and Independence Charter Academy, please stand. For guiding them through childhood, remaining a resource for our staff, and contributing to our district, we extend our thanks for helping construct the learning environment for these students. If you don't mind, students, parents, please recognize the efforts of the staff of the Hellendale School District. You may be seated. We'd also like to recognize the invaluable contributions made by our community supporters, the Hellendale Community Services District and the Silver Lakes Association. Thank you for all you do for our district, our students, and their families. Finally, we'd like to extend a special heartfelt gratitude to Herm and Barbara Engelhart and the Silver Lakes Educational Foundation for their unwavering support. Their long-standing partnership and dedication to student success has been instrumental in supporting students in their continuing education. I thank them for their dedication and generosity. Now that that's over, I have a very unique opportunity before me. I hope that you'll all indulge me for the next few minutes, but you don't really have the choice. 6 years ago, my oldest son graduated. However, he graduated from a school in Hesperia, and I was merely an attendant to his graduation. 4 years ago, my second oldest son graduated. It was from this school district. However, something was going on 4 years ago, and I was working at the district office at the time. It was not an option as a speaker for his graduation. 2 years ago, my third son graduated from ICA. He made the executive decision to not attend his graduation. In retrospect, I'm not sure why I indulged him, but I did. Now, my fourth son, my youngest, is graduating tonight, right here. And I'm principal. I have years of buildup that this lucky child will have inflicted upon him at this moment. Hank Landon Bates was born July 10th of 2007 to Scott Landon Bates and Jill Christina Bates. A happy child, Hank has had many loves in his life. In his youth, it was things like Super Mario. He was a Luigi fan, all right? Sans from Undertale, Minecraft story mode. As he moved from childhood, he found a passion for baking. He spent countless hours. That is a hyperbole. Not many things are actually countless. There are uncountable sets, but hours, an individual lifetime, hours inside of an individual's lifetime are countable, just to be clear. Anyway, countless hours in the kitchen. We even bought him a little chef's hat, Then he hit adolescence. He grew. He still likes to bake with his brothers, but it's not as much as it used to be. Now he wants to help people, either through mental health services career or a professional investigation career. He has a passion for service and has grown immensely in our CTE program. Hank, your family is immensely proud of you. All right. Thank you for your forced indulgence. But that is the great thing about a small school. My son aside, I've had the opportunity to learn about a lot of you guys, and this is for you. Allow me to highlight some of the students with whom I've interacted the most. I can't hit all 57 of you, but I'll go through this kind of quickly. Ruben, I feel like I've graduated as many Alfaros as I have children at this point. This campus is not going to be the same without one. And don't sneak under gates anymore and go home in the middle of the day, okay? Corey, slacks, polo, aviator, classic and professional look to match classic and professional behavior. Laurente, I hope wherever you go, there are mirrors for you to adjust your hair. Carlo, I only think I've seen you move at an average pace once in my life. I about collapsed. Hopefully you leave early for wherever you go moving forward so you can get there on time. Juliet, I really feel like you've wanted to hit me for every time I've called you Justice. Your dedication to our CTE program on campus has been integral to its success. Justice, I've never called you Juliet. Your constant reminders while I worked ASB with you were the only thing keeping me from losing everything. Harley, you're a force of nature on campus. May I never be an obstacle in your path. Zachary, you've been a steadfast friend to my son and a respectable group mate and study partner for many an activity. Haley, try not to run afoul of people in parking lots, but do continue to have a personality so strong it definitely creates memorable moments. Hutch and Bryce, always full of smiles and politeness. What shenanigans occur when not under scrutiny, I'm not going to ask. Thomas and Sean, you're still in competition for Office Aide of the Year. Who's going to win? LaShawn, as one of the longest running friends of Hank, predating even my tenure as principal, I feel like I should have been on your emergency contact list. Alexander, quit being late. Louisa, I'm not sure if it's what you're going for, but Mrs. Seligman's positive that you'll be a great editor-in-chief one day. Carly, all the ASB minutes, all of them, all the documents. I share the frustration of trying to organize chaos. Judebug Cash Wakefield was born October 16th of 2007. Is not my son, but he's bothered me enough times for about 100 of the 180 school days to please say something about him at graduation. You asked for this. You won't get a whole speech, but you'll get a snippet. First off, I'm not sure if you or Drina have seen the inside of your own classes for the past 2 months. All right? You brought crickets. You brought marbles. You used a Rubik's Cube to hustle me out of $5 that I do still owe you. Like way too many of your peers on campus, you've probably got away with too many things too many times because whenever we get after you, you smile, you apologize, and you immediately comply. It's really hard to stay mad when you do that. Mr. Jennings said you had a really bad hair day once, but your hair's always looked the same to me, so that either means that it's always a bad hair day or it's always a good hair day? I don't know. I can't keep up with the hairstyle. Anyway, barring earth-shattering moments later in your lives, you have begun to solidify the core of your being. Neatness, study habits, punctuality, politeness, trustworthiness, grit. These are habits of mind and spirit that will now take intentional time and effort to overcome if you want or if you discover you need to change. Growth is always possible, but trust me, it gets harder and harder to change the older you become. You get set in your ways, talk about lawns, gravitate towards those of like-mindedness, which allows confirmation bias to creep in. Continuously self-reflect through life. Focus on keeping an open mind as long as possible. Focus on staying positive in the face of adversity, even if it is 2:30 in the morning in the bus parking lot at Disneyland. Focus on making the best out of every situation for as many people as possible. Be good, do good works. Be unselfish, do unselfish things. Be healthy, live a healthy life. As I am for my own son, I know we are all so very proud of you. Thank you. Earlier, I had all of you stand, and I had some of you stand back up. But it's time to recognize those I did not have stand. Because there's one group in front of us here that we need to recognize above all. Those of you here in the audience today, those holders of one of 8 precious tickets that marked you as selected to attend the ceremony today. Thank you all for the gift of your child. It has become tradition here at ACE for our seniors to honor those who have made a significant impact on their lives. Each of our seniors has in their possession a memento of gratitude to bestow upon some of those who have been instrumental in their journey to this point. Seniors, take a few moments to present your tokens of appreciation to their very deserving recipients. May they cherish them. Go ahead. All right. All right, students. I do want to give a sincere and heartfelt apology at the moment. Mr. Lagergren, one of our teachers, had the opportunity to attend a graduation recently, and he said their principal spoke for 75 minutes. He challenged me to do the same, and I did as best I could. Allow me to introduce our first student speaker of the evening. May I introduce ASB Class President Audrina Rodriguez.
Okay. Good evening, teachers, staff, families, friends, and most importantly, class of 2025. I am honored to be your senior class president. This long-awaited time is finally here. I've been anticipating this moment, but now that it's here, I wish we could go back. Back to a time when college applications were so far away, when the seniors seemed so incredibly old, and when the world felt so much smaller and simpler than it does now. As I try to put into words of what this day means, I searched for the perfect quote, the perfect message, and ultimately I came across one that stuck with me. It's from Winnie the Pooh. He said, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." In just few words, he captured exactly how this moment feels. As I stand here today, surrounded by people that I've grown up with, laughed with, struggled through Mr. Gansky's in-class essays with, and ultimately succeeded with, I realize how true that is. How lucky are we to have experienced so many of life's pivotal moments together? We're lucky to have memories that tug at our hearts as we take these final steps out of high school. Lucky to have friendships that began in kindergarten, blossomed in middle school, and surprised us our senior year and changed everything. Lucky to have teachers who weren't just educators but mentors, who challenged us, supported us, and believed in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. We are so incredibly lucky. And yes, that makes saying goodbye hard. It's hard to let go of the routines that we once complained about, the early morning rushes, the small passing moments in the halls, and the group chats where we shared all the last-minute homework answers. It's hard to step away from the comfort of what we know and face the uncertainty of what's next. Whether you're heading to college, starting a career, serving in the military, or still figuring it out, what lies ahead is uncertain, and that uncertainty can be terrifying. But maybe that fear is just proof that what we had here was real, that it was meaningful, and that it's worth missing. Think about everything we've made it through. The challenges, the confusion, the self-doubt. I mean, think about it. We started high school wearing masks, unsure of what the world or even the next week would look like. Also think of the victories, both big and small. From late night cramming to early morning senior sunrise. From our first awkward school dance to our final prom. From being wide-eyed freshmen with all the time in the world to becoming the seniors that others now look up to. We grew here. We did it all, but let's be honest, we didn't do it alone. So thank you to Brainly, Quizlet, Photomath, TikTok, and of course, ChatGPT for helping us all stay academically afloat. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering if ChatGPT wrote this for me, and honestly, it did. I'm kidding, mostly. I know this isn't goodbye forever, but it is goodbye to a chapter that shaped us in ways that we may not even understand yet. And even though it's hard to say goodbye, that only means that it mattered. Don't rush past the tears, don't rush past the goodbyes. Let them mean something. Let them remind you that this place, these people, and these years, they mattered. And just like Winnie the Pooh reminded us, we're lucky. Lucky to have been a part of a class filled with passion, resilience, and hope. Lucky to have a past we're proud of and a future we're ready for, even if we're still a little scared. So class of 2025, here's to everything we're leaving behind and everything we're about to become. Thank you to everyone who supported all of us through our high school journey. Thank you most to my parents and family. I love you all so much. And yes, Dad, you are the cool dad. Congratulations, class of 2025. I am more than proud of all of us.
And now may I introduce our ASB president, Ms. Cami Costa.
Hello staff, parents, and my fellow classmates. Thank you all for coming today to celebrate the class of 2025. As ASB president, I am honored to be speaking at this important moment in our lives. It's a privilege to stand before you all, surrounded by friends, family, and teachers who have supported us through the ups and downs of these past 4 years. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of the next, and I couldn't be more proud to share it with each and every one of you. When I ran for ASB president, I thought the hardest part would be planning spirit weeks and pep rallies. Turns out writing this speech might actually be harder. I didn't think I could find the right words, so I procrastinated until the last week of school. Sorry, Mr. Bates. But maybe that's kind of fitting, because how do you sum up an entire year, or even 4, in just a few minutes? How do you capture the laughter, the last-minute plans, and the spirit weeks, and all the memories made? There are so many moments in words that can't just fully describe. We've all worked so hard to get to where we are today, even if that hard work sometimes meant Googling answers at 11:59 p.m. right before assignments were due, or using ChatGPT. Most of us have grown up together, seen each other at our best and at our worst. But through it all, we've laughed, we've learned, and we've grown so much. I remember thinking graduation was so far away, but here we are. We all made it. We are no longer the little 7th graders who got 2 weeks off of school, and little did we know those 2 weeks would turn into a whole year. We are the first class since the class of 2019 that has finished all 4 years of high school in person, and I'm so glad we got to experience it together. Looking back, it's clear that we've learned so much, not just in the classroom, but from each other. We've faced challenges, celebrated wins, and helped each other through tough times. From the uncertainty of the pandemic to the excitement of senior year, every moment has shaped us. Along the way, we've made friendships and creative memories that will stay with us. And as we move on to the next chapter, we will carry us with the strength and bond that comes from going through it all together. There is one special group of people who I feel deserves a bigger mention today, and that is our families. They have been the driving force behind so much of what we do. They're the ones making sure we don't have to leave the house without breakfast, encouraging us when we doubt ourselves, and showing up, always showing up with love and pride and support. Whether it's a pep talk, a packed lunch, or simply being there at the end of a long day, our moms, dads, and loved ones have a way of making the impossible feel a little more possible. Thank you to all the parents who have given us a place to stay, fed us when we're hungry, and supported us through it all. I also want to take a moment to thank my own family, those who have been there for me every step of the way. To my parents, thank you for your constant support, encouragement, and love. You've been my foundation, helping me push through every challenge and celebrating every achievement. I wouldn't be standing here today without you. We don't get to where we need on our own, and I know I wouldn't have made it this far without the love and guidance of my family. So thank you for everything. Thank you to all the friends and family who have been here to support me through life and in everything I do. You guys mean more to me than I tend to show. Every year we tell each other, have a great summer or see you next year, but now we say have a great life or I wish you the best. Maybe this is what growing up feels like, realizing that life moves faster than we ever expected. If there's one thing I hope we all take with us, it's that we don't take time for granted. Don't wait for something big to happen. These little moments were the big things. Everything from high school is now a memory, and every day is an accomplishment. As we stand here today, ready to take on the next chapter of our lives, let's remember our hard work and the support of those around us. We've made it through high school, and while the future may seem uncertain, one thing is clear. We are ready for whatever comes next. I wish you all the best in life, and I know each of you will go so far. To my fellow graduates, let's continue to push forward, stay true to ourselves, and never forget the lessons we learned along the way. Thank you to our families, our teachers, and everyone who helped us make this day possible. And to the class of 2025, congratulations, we finally did it.
Thank you, Cami. May I present our next student speaker, our salutatorian, Mr. Cameron Sladek.
Hello, Skills USA California. Oh, sorry, wrong one. I've done so many speeches for them, I'm just kind of used to saying it at the beginning. But thank you, Mr. Bates, for introducing me. Sorry, this thing's in the way. It is an extreme honor to be your salutatorian for the graduating class of 2025. Countless hours, though I know he said something about it, but it's countless hours for me, was spent working on essays and doing well on tests is what it took to be here talking to all of you. It's a testament to my hard work these past 4 years. I've done almost everything at this school, academically and club-wise. I would list them all, but then I'd run out of time to speak. I think I've gone into almost every single room here on campus, which was one of my goals as a kid. I am very proud of my accomplishment. But enough about me. While I might have been the one doing all the homework and projects, I didn't do this alone. I have a lot of people to thank, so please be patient. I want to start by thanking my teachers. I haven't had any bad experiences with any of them, and I was able to learn something, at least one thing, in each of the classes, so I'll say you guys did a good job. There are some teachers that have made a major impact in my studies and also my life. And I want to start with the worst teacher I've ever had, Mr. Cataldo. He is an absolutely terrible and evil person, and I am so glad that I'm not in his class anymore. For the teachers, and not the teachers, the parents, I'm just kidding. Mr. Cataldo, you were one of my favorite teachers I've ever had. I was part of your last middle school class, and that history class was probably one of the best classes I've ever taken. He made me interested in learning about history as well as cars, being one of the founding members of the auto shop class. He truly loves what he does, and it's reflected on how he teaches his students. I also enjoyed all the stories and fun life experiences. He's the kind of teacher that makes learning fun. Next, I want to thank Miss Anaporta and Miss Jacobs. Thank you for having the hardest, most hair-pulling classes I have ever taken. While your classes were hard, I noticed how much you cared for them as well as your students. With Miss Jacobs, it was with your consistent updates and constant updates of your math Facebook group where they taught your class for Calculus AB. With Miss Anaporta, it was when you were even working and sending videos to us to do 40-minute videos, I might remind you, while you weren't even in the country. Your classes may have given me PTSD, but they're two of the classes I've learned the most in. Next on the list is Mr. Gansky and Mrs. Four. Thank you for making English actually fun. I really enjoyed The Outsiders and Romeo and Juliet, Miss Four, so thank you for letting us read those. Anthem was not as good. Mr. Gansky, you have been a great balance of fun and work in your class, which I greatly appreciate. Music Monday was probably my favorite thing about your class, especially when we did Can You Feel My Heart by Bring Me the Horizon. It was also nice when you said that you liked Five Finger Death Punch. That made me happy. I also had you as a football coach and as my advisor for the Driven Club. You were always very helpful and funny. Live long and prosper, Mr. Gansky. Last, but certainly not least, for the teachers, I mind you, is Coach Mike. Without him, I wouldn't be the man I am today. If he didn't volunteer me to do Skills USA in 9th grade, I wouldn't have been able to speak here in front of all of you. He gave me the skills and told me what it takes to be the version of me that was just in my dreams. The leader and health professional who isn't afraid to speak for himself. I am forever grateful to have had your classes these past 4 years. Once again, thank you, Coach Mike. And now, for anyone wondering, I'm halfway through my speech. All right? The rest is dedicated to my family, so please spare me a bone. It's going to be a little lengthy. But I want to start with someone I hold very deeply in my heart. Sorry. My girlfriend, Lily. You have been so kind and supportive of me this year. You've been on the front lines of all the hard work I've had to done between Skills USA and hair pulling and calculus, some of the things I had to do. You've always encouraged me to do my best, even when I was at my lowest. Every time I needed something, you were there. I've only known you for less than a year, but it feels like I've known you my whole life. I can't wait for what our future holds for us. Thank you, Lily, and I love you. Always, forever. Hold on. I came prepared. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. All right, my mom packed this for me. She knew what was going to happen. But next, I want to thank my brothers from different mothers, Angel, Ben, and Joseph. Might not be my oldest friends. That title goes to Jacob Cummings, one of the most funny, creative with tinfoil, and dependable men I've ever met. But you guys are certainly the ones who've made the most impact. We've been stuck with each other ever since 5th grade. From watching movies, shooting airsoft guns and muskets outside, to playing spiced roulette in Ben's mom's kitchen. Anyone who's ever wondered about that, ask me later. I don't want to talk about it right now. These moments have been permanently seared into my mind. You guys are truly awesome. This may sound more parent than friend, but I've seen you all grown up. From missing school and doing nothing at home, to missing school and scrolling on your phones all day. No matter what happens in the future, you three are always going to be my closest friends. Thank you to, oh yeah, please clap, go ahead. Thank you to the rest of my family and friends of family who came to see me graduate today. Thank you, Anna and Liana, for always being there during my important events like Skills USA and this said graduation. You've always supported me and cheered me on, and I greatly appreciate it. I want to thank Frank as well for coming, and I also want to thank Caden Munoz, an alumni from the Academy of Careers and Exploration, for joining me here as well. And I would also like to thank Anna once more for bringing my abuela. My abuela doesn't speak much English, so I'm going to use my 3 years of Spanish, which the last one was an honors class, that I took to thank her. I'm sorry if the pronunciation is wrong. I'm a little rusty. It's been about a year. But muchas gracias por venir a mi graduation, mi abuela. Estoy feliz de estar aquí. Prometo practicar más español cuando vaya a la universidad. Te amo, abuela. Lastly, I want to thank the most important people on my journey. My mom and my uncle. Thank you, uncle, for always supporting me and giving me advice about school and life, even when I didn't want it. Thank you for always coming to my award ceremonies and other events like the Spanish Heritage Award. I will always remember nights spent on your couch in your room, curled up in a ball in your lazy boy, watching Perfect Strangers or Family Matters while mom was asleep. And lastly, on behalf of everyone that you gave rides to, thank you. Now, Mom. Oh boy. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be like you. You're the reason why I wanted to be in a career that helps people, just like you helped by serving our country for 13 years in the Army. Originally, when I was a kid, I wanted to be just like you and join the Army, or get a degree in law like you did and become a police officer, but I never wanted you to worry that I would die on duty. That was the first reason why I decided to do medicine. Now I have a bunch of reasons why I do medicine, because it's fun and money and all that, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to work in medicine because I wanted to help people, but not have you worry about me. Thank you for always encouraging me to do my best, not just in school, but at home too. You are the leader that I aspire to be. So once again, Mom, thank you. I am proud to be your son. All right, we're gonna go on a quick intermission, actually, so I can clean up. Just kidding. All right. That is all of my thank yous, besides one more. Thank you to everyone for listening to me. I know it was a little bit of a long one. This graduation isn't just about me, nor your valedictorian, or your ASB presidents. It's a new wave of adults coming into the real world. Starting today, the training wheels are off for us. Whatever you do, class of 2025, always do it with passion. The only reason why I'm up here talking isn't because I was smart, but it was because I was dedicated and passionate about becoming a better version of myself. Anyone is capable of greatness if you try hard enough. No matter what happens in your life, the good and the bad, remember where you started, in a little town in the middle of nowhere, California. And to end, I would like to end on a quote from one of my favorite musicals, Hamilton. History has its eyes on you, class of 2025. What are you gonna let them look at? Thank you.
All right, I'm not crying, you're crying. Fine. Thank you, Cameron. For our final student speaker of the evening, I'd like to introduce our valedictorian, Mr. Joseph Martin Obispo.
Hi, everyone. I'm honored to be standing here before you all. I've never been the greatest with words, but we'll see. Today is the culmination of not just 13 years of schooling, but 18 years of our lives. 6,570 days of growing, playing, and learning. 157,680 hours spent together living life. Today marks the beginning of adulthood, and another step deeper into the unknown. I will not be here today without all the people in my life. Firstly, I want to thank my family. Mamu, I'm forever grateful for everything you've ever done. Ever since Mom died, you've been raising me and my brother and I, constantly working to provide the best life you could. I know you couldn't always make it to my games and other events because you had to work, but even then, you always made sure I knew you supported me and you loved me. Every trip that I had, you checked that I had everything I needed and always texted or called to see how I was doing. Uncle Danny, thank you for being the father I didn't have. You taught me how to drive, to fix things around the house, and everything else I need to know to be prepared in life. You're the guiding hand that pushed me to do my best and a point of strength when times were rough. Mahal ko kayong dalawa and palagi akong salamat. To all my teachers, thank you for your dedication and patience in teaching us all. Each of you have been instrumental in our lives, and I will always be thankful for what you have sacrificed for us. Coach Mike, thank you for all the opportunities you've given me in Skills USA and Honor Guard. Freshman me could not have believed the magnitude of the impact of your mentorship. From all the traveling, to the people I've met, to the growth as a leader, they would have been impossible without you. Mr. Gansky, thank you for your advice and all the guidance you've given me. Throughout football and driven, you've always been there, ready to help out. Ms. Jacobs and Ms. Anaporta, thank you for always supporting me. Even though I was really quiet in your classes, I always learned something from you guys. And to my fellow graduates, thank you for the memories we created together. Some of you I've known for many years, some just a few months. Ben, you were the first friend I ever made here. All the way since 3rd grade, we stuck together and grown up beside each other. I don't know if I can ever repay you and your family for all they've done, but thank you for everything. Cameron, thank you for being the Alexander Hamilton in my life. Every club, every organization we joined, I could always count on you for your help and direction. Your dedication and confidence, something I could never hope to dream to have, I can only hope to have, could never be surpassed. Abraham Jude, thank you for inviting me to all your crazy adventures and teaching me to live a little. Although we may have stayed out a bit long at times, these nights were something I always appreciated. I would like to say something about each and every one of you, but I'll leave the long speeches to Cameron. From Tommy and Bryce's personalities that brighten the room, to Jacob's straightforwardness and bluntness that always guides us through the confusing times, to Landon's musical ability, each of you have a light within you. A light that burns brighter than the darkness around us, a light that reflects upon each other. I can only hope to make a light as bright as the one as you made. As we walk across this stage, our paths will splinter off, driving us away from each other. We may never be as close as we are now, but no matter the distance, I will look for your lights blazing throughout the world. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you once again.
We've recognized staff, we've recognized faculty, we've recognized our teachers, we've recognized our board, we've recognized our parents, our family, and our loved ones. But each year, our teachers nominate students who have demonstrated outstanding achievement in various categories. These students have gone above and beyond expectations and have demonstrated extraordinary achievement in academics, citizenship, spirit, and athleticism. The awards I'm about to announce have already been presented at the senior luncheon, but not everybody was there. And I'd like to take a moment to recognize them here tonight as well. When I call your name, please stand. For outstanding efforts and ability in the subject of mathematics, Joseph Martin Obispo. For outstanding efforts and achievement in English language arts, Jacob Cummings. For outstanding efforts and achievements in history and social science, Sean Rudd. For outstanding efforts and achievement in foreign language, once again, Mr. Joseph Martin Obispo. For outstanding efforts and achievements in science, Cameron Olmos. For outstanding efforts and achievement in fine arts, Landon Moen. For outstanding efforts and achievements in Health and Safety Academy, Cameron Sladek. For outstanding efforts and achievements in citizenship, Louisa Van Slyke and Bryce Johnson. For outstanding efforts and achievements in athletics, Silas Urtiaga and Taylor Koffel. And finally, for overall demonstration of character, drive, citizenship, and academics, our Eagles this year were Carly Whittick and Thomas Kupany. Our community partners with us to present Silver Lakes Educational Foundation Awards. May I present our acting superintendent, Mr. Anthony Wiggins.
As mentioned earlier, the Silver Lakes Educational Foundation has long supported our students in their educational efforts. This year, they have awarded numerous scholarships to many of our outstanding students. Our salutatorian, Cameron Sladek, has earned an $800 award. Our valedictorian, Joseph Martin Obispo, has earned a $1,000 award. For outstanding attendance, Hank Bates has earned a $1,000 award. In addition, the foundation also distributes the Sonnenborn Scholarship, a $5,000 scholarship award to a student who has demonstrated excellent character, leadership, community service, and academics. This year, the foundation has awarded this prestigious scholarship to Killer Cameron Olmos.
There's our photo op, parents. Take it as needed. Thank you, students. You may sit down. Now I am pleased to also announce the recipients of the CSEA Scholarship Opportunity. CSEA represents the non-teaching staff of the district. All funds for this scholarship are raised through fundraising, donations by staff, and by the community. This year, we would like to acknowledge and thank the Rebecca Raymond Foundation, who made a generous donation to our scholarship opportunity. 5 students, absolutely. Five students have been selected to each receive a $500 scholarship that are offered to the graduates of Hellendale School District. Would the following students please join me on stage? Kristen Esposito. Cameron Olmos. Cameron Sladek. Louisa Van Slyke. And Carly Whittick. Congratulations. You may be seated. A club on campus, driven, all in caps but not an acronym, also serves our students who are college bound as well and is head by Mr. Gansky. I could invite Mr. Gansky up on stage for a moment.
Thank you, Mr. Bates. The Driven Club is a combination of the California Scholarship Federation as well as the National Honor Society. Our members serve the community and their school with their hearts and their hands. Tonight, I'd like to recognize our seniors from the Driven Club who will all be receiving partial scholarships for their hard work. Would the seniors of Driven please stand up? Thank you, guys. You may be seated. In addition, we have two seniors who have earned the prestigious Seal Bearer Award, Lifetime Seal Bearer Award for the California Scholarship Federation. In order to earn this, they have to be members for at least 2.5 years and earn all A's and B's, as well as doing 40 hours of community service each year. Both of these candidates have exceeded that. Please join me in congratulating Luisa Van Slyke and Cameron Sladak. Thank you very much.
Now, let's give one more round of applause to all of our scholarship recipients. I'd like to invite back to the podium for the official stuff, Mr. Anthony Wiggins.
Thank you. Now on to official business, if I may. Mrs. Hindley and the board. All right. I, Anthony Wiggins, certify that every one of these seniors sitting before you has met or exceeded all of the requirements for graduation established by Hellendale School District and the state of California. Please join me as we honor the graduating class of 2025 from the Academy of Careers in Exploration. Mr. Bates, if you please.
Remember, slow. With the front row, please rise. Ruben Alfaro. Corey Joseph Amor. Gabriel Anderson. Hank Bates.
Good job.
All right. Laronte Blannon. Carlo Calhoun. Samaya Carson. Abraham Chavez. Don't worry about it. Take it. Taylor Koffel. Cami Costa. The first row may be seated. Would the second row please rise? Juliet Cruz. Justice Cruz. Jacob Cummings. Harley Edwards. Cosette Ellis. Kristen Esposito. Zachary Fay. Haley Field. Audrina Flores. Our custodians love you. Hildardo Adrian Gabriel. The second row may be seated. Would the third row please rise? Matthew Garcia. Briseis Hauser. Kaya Izquierdo. Matthew Hoy. I'll get it updated, don't worry. David Hutch Hutchinson. Bryce Johnson. Thomas Coupany. Tierra Gavin. LaShawn Marsh. Congratulations. Lucas May. The third row may be seated. Would the fourth row please stand? Sammy McCoy. Benjamin Miller. Landon Moen. Sandy Melissa Montufar Mendez. Shakayla Norris. Joseph Martin Obispo. Cameron Olmos. Haley Penley. Luke Powell. Angel Ramirez. Would the fourth row be seated and the fifth row please stand? Marina Reich. Carlos Rivera. Audrina Rodriguez. Noah Rodriguez. James Romero. Brian Rosas. Chloe May. Sean Rudd. Cameron Sladek. Jacob Smallwood. Our fifth row may be seated. Would our sixth and final row please stand? Alexander Story. Silas Urtiaga. Susie Vallejo. Louisa Van Slyke. Marisol Velasquez. Jude Bug Cash Wakefield. Okay. And our final graduate of the class of 2025, Miss Carly Whittick. Would the remainder of the class of 2025 please stand? As a parent of a graduate myself, there is only one thing left to do. Seniors, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, class of 2025! All right, go to your parents. Thank you so much.